I grew up in a Christian home talaga po. Tapos I was serving sa youth ministry. Tapos serve din po ako sa worship ministry dun. Sobrang personal kasi yung relationship ko kay God. I believe na during that time, everything that I did was really an overflow.
Labis na kagalakan ang naranasan ni Ysobel sa kanyang pagsisilbi sa Panginoon. Itinuon din niya ang kanyang oras upang maging advocate ng mental health awareness sa mga tulad niyang kabataan.
I had friends din po who actually struggled with depression, who eventually became clinically diagnosed. Doon na po medyo nag-raise ng awareness sa church about mental illness and mental health. We had this suicide prevention talk. Nung nagpo-plan kami, nagkakaroon na po ako ng mga headaches, tapos stomach aches din. So we went to different doctors, tapos until somebody pointed out na stress yung factor. I met with a counselor until she referred me to a psychiatrist na po.
Matapos ang ilang sessions ay na-diagnose si Ysobel ng Manic Depression.
Yung Manic Depression ko po, it stems from post-traumatic stress disorder. Nung bata po ako, someone close to us po, that person po ended up like hurting me in a certain way po. So I kept that within me from 9 years old hanggang 15. I ended up breaking down at some point. Tapos my parents found me in their room. And then, syempre, I had to tell them na I met up with the person. By God's grace, in-acknowledge niya yun. He apologized. Tapos, we prayed over it.
Sa kabila ng kapatawaran ay naiwan pa rin ang trauma na idinulot nito kay Ysobel. Naging malaking pagsubok ang Manic Depression sa kanyang buhay.
Bigger and heavier depressive episodes. Tapos, nandun yung energy. Nandun yung impulsiveness. So, minsan mas magiging reckless ka. Dati, na-hospital na po ako because of like an attempt to hurt myself. So I didn't want that to happen again. I took 2 boards, tapos I ended up tearing them. So parang may extra strength din po minsan that needs to be like held back.
Sumailalim sa ilang therapy sessions at medications si Ysobel. Kasabay nito ang pansamantalang pagtahak ng ibang landas.
I was disengaged from the church. Tapos during that time din po, meron po akong relationship na I wanted to keep. During that time din po, I personally identified din po as bisexual. At that time, parang naging bitter po ako kay Lord. Why did He let me go through all that? I felt like He was silent. Parang walang trace of His movement during that time. Naging cold po ako kay Lord. I really didn't want to talk to God. I didn't want to hear from God.
Lumipas ang panahon ay naimbitahan si Ysobel sa isang Bible study sa kanyang paaralan.
Sabi po ng leader sa amin na during those times na hindi mo nakita si God, He was always there. Siyempre po ang hirap kasi kahit sa mga bad times, parang hindi mo ma-imagine like what would a holy God be doing in those times. Little by little, I'm learning to embrace it. That's where I learned yung sovereignty ni God, how God loves us. Yung personal testimonies po ng mga friends ko po, na-rekindle po yung love ko po for God kasi sobrang kita sa mga buhay nila po and how God is in their everyday lives. I feel like I wouldn't even be able to make that effort if it weren't for God.
Nanumbalik ang sigla ni Ysobel sa pagsisilbi sa Diyos. Tinalikuran din niya ang likong pamumuhay at ang maling relasyon. Kasabay ng medikasyon at therapy, unti-unting naghilom ang mga sugat ng nakaraan at nakatagpo si Ysobel ng kagalingan mula sa Diyos.
As I look back, nakita ko talaga yung faithfulness pa rin ni God. Pinapaalala niya po sa akin yung relationship po namin. So I have a lot to owe then to family ko po for not giving up on me. For yung churchmates and schoolmates ko po for constantly reminding me of yung love ni God and yung what that love really means.
Sa ngayon, mas lumalim ang relasyon ni Ysobel sa Diyos. Naranasan niya ang pagliligtas na hatid ng pag-ibig ng Diyos sa pamamagitan ng kanyang anak na si Jesus.
Nakita ko po si Jesus. He's not just our Savior and our Lord. He also saves us in our everyday struggles. I see Him as somebody who is always there and who is Lord over everything. Yung gustong ko pong attributes po ni God na i-share po sa iba is yung sovereignty niya at yung goodness niya.